welcome back. Today I'm rocking my Count Chocula t-shirt, and as well as always, my It-inspired tattoo that says Loser Lover on it. Today we're doing a little bit less SFX and more just regular makeup. We're doing a Pennywise makeup, and we're starting out with moisturizing our skin. I'm using the Clarins Reboost Moisturizer. Right after that, I'm using a pure white concealer. This one I believe is by ColourPop, and just putting that on my eyes for a base for the eyeshadow. Next, I'm going in with my Anastasia translucent setting powder to set the eyes. Since I'm making a different kind of Pennywise, this one being more wearable, instead of doing a dark black smoky eye with no eyebrows, I'm going to be creating a cut crease using the two red eyeshadows out of the Modern Renaissance palette and going in with a very detailed brush to deepen that crease and make it a really dark, vibrant red. And then I'm going to go over that and buff it out with a clean buffing brush. And here comes the hard part. With a concealer brush and the white concealer, I'm going to be cutting the crease. And please just take your time, concentrate, because it's not as hard as it looks. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start with the inner corner and go out. And I just kind of open my eye a little bit to see where the cut crease should naturally fall on my eye. And then I'm going and outlining that with the brush. Once I've got the general shape down, I'm going to go fill it in with the concealer as well. And I'm stopping at about 2/3 of the way from the outer corner so that we can use that outer corner for more red eyeshadow. And don't forget to set the concealer that you put down because it will get messy if you don't. Unless that's the look you're going for, of course. And then by all means, go right ahead. And using a flat liner brush, I'm going back in with the red eyeshadow and redefining that line in the cut crease, being very careful not to get anything on the white that we just laid down. And really using whatever white shimmer eyeshadow that you want for this part. I'm just using Nylon by MAC and covering my entire lids with that I put the white concealer. And using some setting spray on your brush will really bring out the shimmers. The easiest thing in my opinion for this part is definitely using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner for this. I'm just taking the shade Distortion and putting it right on that cut crease just for a little extra something something. On to the brows. I'm going to be making them red mostly by using ColourPop's liquid lipstick in the shade La La Land and using an Anastasia No. 12 brush to create a nice shape for the brows. And also here and there using a little bit of those red eyeshadows from the Modern Renaissance palette to set that as well. And as I mentioned before, I'm going back and deepening that outer corner with those red eyeshadows using a more compact brush. With much concentration, I am making a wing using the Roller Lash eyeliner and just flicking that out, filling that sucker in and hoping for the best. Here is the finished eye look before lashes, and now we're just going to create that on the other eye off camera. And here is what both eyes look like side by side. Moving right along, I am using the LA Girl Pro foundation. It's actually for mixing foundations, but it's a pure white shade. It is perfect for this job because it will look very even. I'm not using cream paint for this job because it kind of picks up on itself and gets a little crusty, and that's not exactly the Pennywise I'm going for today. Maybe it's perfect for a more realistic looking one, but I'm just using a beauty blender with this foundation and blending it right out. If you want to make the look more complete. I definitely covered my ears so that when I wear the wig, if the ears pop out, it's not too weird. You can also go ahead and do your neck as well, but I decided to not do that since my neck was pretty much being covered anyway. But that's what the base looks like. So far, so good. Cool stuff. And clearly, you've noticed that I've been breaking out really bad lately, so we are going in with the white concealer as well, so that I don't look like a pizza clown face, because that's not cute. And I'm just blending that also out with the Beauty Blender. Don't forget to go under the eyes and blend that out as well, because that's going to get rid of any fallout that we had before and make it look real crisp and cute. Going back in with that translucent setting powder and setting underneath the eyes and everywhere we put concealer first, and then using a big fluffy brush, doing the rest of the face so that when we go back in with powder, it won't look crazy. Going back into those red eyeshadows, using a contouring brush, I'm going and cutting out my cheekbones, my forehead, and my jawline. And I like to hit under my nose too, just for funsies. I feel like my nose is just like an odd shape, so that's what I like to do for it. And with a tiny little shader brush, I'm going underneath my eyes with those same red eyeshadows to bring it all together. And instead of going and coloring the whole bottom half of my nose, I'm just going to be creating a circle with that same ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade La La Land. And I'm just doing a circle right on the tip of my nose, and then taking some of that white concealer and just tapping it on the tip of my nose for a little bit of a shine. So the more challenging part of this is going to be creating the lips. Basically what I'm going to be doing is taking that same liquid lipstick and I'm outlining my entire lips and extending out the corners of my lips using a tiny liner brush, just to make it look more like a smile and to have like somewhere to start basically for those lines that go up the face like Pennywise has. Here's a little closer look to get the idea, and I'm just going to be repeating that on the other side. To deepen that red color, I'm going to be using Jeffree Star's Ammunition lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood, and I'm going over my lips, my nose, and eventually the lines that I'm going to be creating on the face with the liquid lipstick. Using that same eyeliner brush that I was using to extend the corners of my mouth, I'm going to be creating those lines I was talking about with that liquid lipstick. And basically I'm just starting at that outer corner of my lips, going around and up my cheekbone, and meeting right at the pupil and center of my eyes. And kind of like when you're doing eyeliner, you're going to want to keep this line pretty thin because you might add a little bit too much when you're going back over those lines with the darker lipstick, and it might just end up not looking the way you want it to. So just be careful just to not thicken the line, and you're just deepening it. And this is what that looks like at the end. And I'm going to be using the Red Vampire contacts by Pennywise. I have a direct link in my description box for where you can get those and to save you a little bit of money if you want. After you got the contacts in, you're almost done. I'm just putting on some wig caps and then my wig from Powder Room D. It's called Spicy Miami, and it's a synthetic lace front, and I'm just securing it with some bobby pins, but you can also use wig glue or wig tape or whatever you prefer. One last thing to complete this look is going to be some lashes. Everything that I used will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe,
and happy Halloween!